We'd like to welcome everyone to tonight's competition. If you would, be kind enough to stand and join us for a prayer and the playing of our national anthem.
Please bow. Dear Lord, thank you for this day. And we thank you for the opportunity to come together and play a game. We ask that you be with all of us, athletes, officials, coaches, and fans, and all of us conduct ourselves in a way that glorifies you. And be with us in the coming days, and please bless everyone's travel as they go on. In Christ's name, amen.
And now starting lineups first for the visitors from Christian Christian, number 3, Max Elfweiler. Number 2, Nicole Brady. Number 11, Dylan Turner. Number 24, Ian Fox. Number 24, Quincy Jones. And now for the Eagles from National Christian, number 4, Donovan Smith. Number 5, Marquise Edwards. Number 10, Matt McLaren. Number 12, K.Y. Young. And number 22, Cannon Anderson.
From Nashville Christian High School, this is Mike McPherson along with Coach Jeff Brothers bringing the broadcast of the last regular season game between the Friendship Commanders and our Nashville Christian Eagles. And Coach, this is for third place and a home district satellite game.
Yeah, this is it's come down to the last game, literally the last night of the regular season, and it's kind of what we talked about even from the beginning. It's going to be a tournament sport, so here we go.
And we control it with Anderson. And we set the play with Brandon Smith over to Martise. Popping out is Anderson. Takes down lane. I believe he charged. He did.
He did. And that's an opening play that we've run many times, and so that's an opening play we've run many times. So that was something I'm sure Friendship was ready for.
Right.
And that
yeah.
Player was set and right in the Cannon's way.
All right, Friendship ready to set their play. Bring a couple posts out high, then try to drive the baseline. Pretty good cutoff by Brandon, forcing an error. And here comes Cannon past the timeline in a scoreless tie. 30 seconds gone first quarter. Brandon backs it out of there. Donovan. And they are man-to-man, a little soft man. Got everybody in the lane. And, Coach, that's probably in honor of our driving there.
Well, we've got a lot of guys that can take you on the dribble, and so they're kind of sagging back and going to see if we can do something from the outside first. But I think we'll be patient. We'll get a good look.
They really got it packed in there. I think they're trying to honor our drives because we are a good driving team. In the corner of Martise, he takes it baseline off to KY, mishandled. Here comes Friendship, rolling past the timeline, taking it. They're going to gun a long three. That shot is no good. And Donovan with a nice board, the general out of there with the break. We've got a couple of numbers. Oh, they don't need to give him that floater because he hits it from 12, drifting, went to the 1 foot off the jump there off kind of a layup.
And that's what he does. He glides and has such great body control and can finish toward the basket from so many different locations.
Martise cuts off the drive nicely, forcing the turnover off the heel of the driver, and we get it back. Leading 2-0 here, 6:20. Big game here for third place, and we're hoping if we win, we will host Friendship here again on Wednesday.
We will play them again Wednesday night right here.
And they've come into a half-court trap. We beat it with KY in the corner. They go down and trap him back out to Martise. So they're trying to contain on that trap, but Anderson drives and gets over to McClary. McClary skips across to Martise nicely, takes it into the lane, and fortunately Donovan picks up the loose ball. The General with it, lobs over here to Cannon as we're immediately having to adjust to their trap out of a soft man-to-man. So Friendship's probably going to mix things up here if this is any indication of their defensive strategy. Martise left side, nothing there, gives to Matt, and they're offering the pass but not the drive. The General backs it out of there as we're patient. Leading 2-0, just under 5.5 to go. Across to Martise. We're running a 4-out one, and Anderson, no good. Rebound, Friendship. Here they come. Into front court. Driving down, a little bit of elbow there. Pushed off, I thought, twice, Coach. They're going to come out of there with the offensive rebound. Whipping around the horn and quickly gunning the three is good. And I believe that was, I couldn't see his number.
Number 11, Dylan
Number
Turner.
11, Dylan Turner. And so they take the lead 3-2. 4:50 to go, first quarter. Big game for both teams. Anderson in the corner to Edwards. Edwards looks it over there now. They're back to 2-3. Coach, 3 different defenses already.
Well, just some different looks to force us kind of just to move the ball around the perimeter. You know, once we see what you're in, we have a good tendency to drive toward the basket, and that's what Martise is doing right there.
Floating, yes, as he got the floater in front. So both our baskets have been off floaters, nicely made. 4-3, Eagles get it back. This is going to be a tough game all the way. Friendship driving. We did not pick up the baseline at all on the drive. Our help was very late, and Hayden Potts took it down or across the baseline and gets an opportunity for an and one.
Yeah, and Coach, in fact, I think we were so late right there, I'm not sure where the foul was. I think
Yeah.
they called it on KY, but I don't think there was anybody there to contest the shot.
Coach, we've only got 7 guys coming in. Jalen Marsh and Adam Harper, and so we've only got 2 on the bench.
Yeah, limited subs tonight. There's a lot of extenuating circumstances, but we're going to play with these guys most of the time anyway. These are the
Right.
7 that go for us.
Now they're extending to a 3-quarter trap, or they're at least extending the defense that far. Here's Donovan on the left side, and he's going to shoot a 15-footer, no good. Harper, nice job of kicking it back to Edwards. Oh, fakes. He had a great-looking little drive there, lost control. We trail 6-4. Little handoff action by Friendship. They're going to hand off and weave and drive. A lot of teams doing that now, and we're cutting it off pretty good so far, but he does get in there. Harper does a good job of going straight up and battling for the board. And nice, I thought he got ripped, fouled there, but he rips it away and gives to McClary. We trail 6-4 very early here in the game, 3:28 to go. Donovan Smith, now they've gone back to man, I think. Harper the 3, no good. Marsh smartly doesn't go over the back. And Friendship quickly in the front court. And they set the court. Commanders with the ball. They're going to try to drive baseline again, powering it up, no good. Ball knocked out of bounds to us.
Yeah,
So
and we're doing a good job on the defensive end. Just going to have to kind of get some good help side right there. Matt got across the baseline to help us out on the offensive end. We're just going to have to penetrate and shoot the ball, which we will. It's just going to take time to find a little rhythm right here.
I think the gaps will be there for the drives. 6-4. 3 minutes left here in the first quarter in what is going to shape up to be a classic. We won it by 6 at Friendship earlier in the year. Edwards in the corner. A little late trap, and now we throw it away, but it's deflected back to Marsh. Marsh takes it into the lane, skips to McClary, quickly to Smith. Smith drives. He wants the 14-footer instead of McClary. The 3 from the corner, not there. Martise battled nicely, comes out of there with it. Great hustle by Martise. He got bumped, no foul. Clears it to Marsh, and we set control. Good job there of getting the ball back by the Eagles. Edwards drives in. He's going to float it over to Marsh. Marsh for 3. Nice looking shot. Wasn't quite there. 6-4, 2:20 to go. Friendship struggling with the ball, and they hand out top. Driving is Duckweiler, no good. We get the ball back, and here we go. Donovan takes it into the key, back out of there. McClary back to Donovan Smith. Smith is going to go in a collegiate three. It's off. They're going to give him that right now. And a timeout called by Friendship. 6-4, Friendship leading our Eagles, 1:56 to go. We've got our cheerleaders here. We have a limited number of fans. We've got some of our girl basketball players here watching the game. So limited, but again, Coach, we got to be grateful that we're getting to play ball.
Yep, and both teams look like they're just not in a good rhythm.
Yeah.
I think they're 2 for 8. I think we're 2 for 7 from the field. They do have a free throw and a three-pointer, which gives them the 6-4 cushion right now. But I don't think either team has found their offensive rhythm or style in this game. Like I said, Friendship's changed defensive looks a few times. We generally play just the same man-to-man look. We just got to get some good penetration. We got to get the ball to the rim, draw some fouls, and hit some close-range jump shots.
Imagine a lot of teams around the country are having trouble with rhythm right now through this crisis. And now, Coach, we're going to drop back into – no, we're still man-to-man.
Still man.
They pop Kring out to it, and they run a little shuffle cut. Handoff, nice little play there, but we cut it off pretty good. But he does get loose for the drive. Nicely made that time by Casey Jones. Well, there's a name that goes back, Coach. 8-4.
Especially into trains.
That's right. He was also a friend of the Ninja Turtles, I think, Coach.
That was not my era, but Casey Jones, a great restaurant in Jackson, Tennessee.
KY gets a nice board here off the miss, and we set the court with Harper. Harper hands to the general, 8-4. He's between the circles, 1:10 to go. Penetrates, hands to Jalen. Jalen left hands it down there, takes it all the way, lays it up, back over his head. Good, nice move by Marsh as he circled around the Arctic Circle there of the North Pole and did a great job of scooping it in.
Yeah, just good strength right there at the basket. He just went up through a lot of trees and
power move that time,
rebound.
In and out. Tough luck for Friendship, and now the guys are battling on that baseline, and they're going to say that Cannon Anderson touched the ball while laying on the line. That's kind of a tough call there. A lot of people were laying on the line.
I think the contact that Cannon had with his shin on the ball and then his hands out of bounds is what they saw and had to make a decision, and that was it.
And they're running a low baseline. They lob it out here to Kring, and Kring hands it to Turner. Turner floating, bank shot, no good. Rebound is Burris, and they clear it, and a three in and out, no good that time by Kring. Harper gets it, clears to the general. He'll set the court. One shot, hopefully, coming up as we approach 20 seconds right now in the first quarter, trailing by 2, so we hope to tie it or take a lead right here at the horn. 13 seconds, high ball screen by KY. Smith dribbles off of it, 8 seconds to go. Between the legs, he takes the move. He's going to get a floater. Oh, no, they had to hold him, didn't they?
Yep.
So his brother's not here able to play.
No, Brandon's not here, but that time really not an unwise thing by Friendship to foul that far extended because they didn't have any team fouls to that point, and so it's going to make us reset, whereas Donovan had a good lane to the basket after he broke down the defender. 5.7,
Donovan, 4 seconds into the key. 17-footer, yes, at the buzzer. Nice pull-up. That was a collegiate-type move, shot, pull-up, and he lifted off the floor nicely to tie it at the quarter. We are 8-8. And, Coach, do we have time for a couple of stats there?
Yeah, well, there's not much to report.
Yeah.
Both teams only with 8 points. Donovan leads all scorers with 4 after hitting that last bucket. Martise has a field goal. Jay Marsh has a field goal as well to give us our 8. And then for Friendship, Casey Jones has 2. Hayden Potts has a field goal and a free throw for 3 points. Dylan Turner has a three-pointer for their 8. So, it's good to see Donovan break down the defender right there. That's something he can certainly do. And as the game progresses, I think we'll see a little bit more of that. They've got more players on their bench. Not sure what their depth is like. But we have a tendency as the game goes on to wear down those defenders out at the top of the circle.
And our setting for tomorrow night girls game?
I'm not sure, Coach. I haven't.
I know. I was just hoping. Okay, we're hosting Mount Juliet tomorrow.
Okay, well that's
at
good.
6 o'clock.
That's information. It's news to me, Coach. You could have told me that.
Yeah,
without
yes,
asking
yeah,
that.
that's, I
You
know.
could have
I just
confirmed with me that
I
we were
was-
indeed playing Mount Juliet
I was
Christian Girls
handing
here
the
tomorrow
torch
night.
off, so I hope you'll be with us tomorrow.
All you did was burn my eyebrows
Yes.
off with that torch.
So oh, a quick three off the inbounds play, nicely made as they throw it down the sideline to Colby Jones, and he'll knock it home. And so we got Casey Jones, but Colby Jones hit that one. High ball screen for Cannon, rejects it, goes baseline. They cut off nicely. 11-8. Donovan will try to counter here. Sets up between the circles. Saunders back out to the left, gets the high ball screen from KY, who rolls into the lane. KY's gotten a lot stronger over the last few weeks. Donovan hanging 5-footer. They're going to hack him. And, well, I hope he can do more of that, Coach. And they've got to come up and get that. I think he's going to kill them if they don't get him.
Well, and what's going to happen eventually, he's going to hit those shots, or they're going to foul, or they're going to so totally collapse like they were doing there that he'll be able to dish to somebody cutting to the basket on the far block.
General eyes it, guns it, bangs it. 11-9. He's got one more, 7:27 to go. Donovan eyes it again, yes. 11-10. Good stroke there by Donovan on both of them.
Just a pure shooter from the charity stripe there, Coach. A guy you want to have on
It
the line
really
in
do. It
situations
looked
like
good. Again, we've only got two reserves. They've got two reserves. Well, they got a long bench there, actually. Gunning the three. No good. Donovan with a nice board. Breaks out of there. He's fast. Pulls up 15-footer. Bottom. 12-11. Donovan takes it L.A. to New York real quick. And we lead by 1. 7 minutes to go here in the second quarter.
I'm glad the obvious foul wasn't called on number 10 right there, Cole Crean, because that would have been a floor violation.
Right.
Just give us possession, but Donovan went down and hit the shot.
Martise reaching there on defense. Friendship trying to get the ball inside. Nice shot. Fake puts it up there. Probably changed the shot
Trying
too
to
much.
draw the foul, yep.
Yep, Matt McClary comes out of there. Hands to the general. He's going to keep trying to take it. Matt from three. No good. Good looking shot. Might not have had quite all his feet underneath him now. They're going to come back and counter with the left hand. In and out, no good. Donovan with another board. He's already passed the timeline. Holds up this time. Friendship falls off of him, gets into the lane. Martise gets the handoff instead. I thought Donovan might try another pull-up there. 12-11. And we run a 4 across. Handoff to Donovan, who gets a double ball screen. Nice little play. They pick it up. Good, though. 6 minutes left here in the second quarter. We lead by 1. Donovan rejects the screen, gives to Anderson. Bottom. From 3, the trifecta. 15-11.
Caught him
Nice
standing
little spurt.
flat-footed right there. Coach.
Yes, it was. 5:48 to go. We're in a soft man here. Donovan backing off number 10, Cole Kring. He's looking for a posting. Turner and Martise is down there on him, and Martise can get around people quick to guard even the post. Friendship, little handoff weave action here. A lot of east-west dribbling. And they try to get in the lane. There's Martise. That's
a
offensive.
charge. Yep.
Martise played it beautifully, and you're going to have a tough time beating him off the dribble, and he slides his feet. And my third-grade grandson is here, and I want him to watch how he moved his feet on defense. He was sliding there.
It sure was, and that is something that's going to frustrate the ball handlers from Friendship. They're not as quick as we are at the perimeter,
Right.
and so they're going to find themselves frustrated like that as the night goes on.
15-11, Martise Edwards to set the court. Well, conditioning is going to be playing a big factor in this game. We set a ball screen flare, nothing there. Cannon Anderson. So we're kind of a 5 out, little out of spacing there. Now we kind of balance the court, 4 out, 1 in. Coach Patton calls the play. Anderson cuts through. Under 5 minutes now. As the action slows a little bit as we set the court. Cannon, pass to Martise, fakes, and bounces to KY, who'll make the post move into the lane nicely.
Nice move.
Yes, KY with a nice big 10-foot step. Takes it right to the front of the rim for a 17-11 lead.
Yeah, good patience right there on the offensive end, and good job by KY knowing what he wanted to do with the ball once he got it.
Martise trying to react to the ball screen there. Played it nicely, but bumped as he was trying to get out of the way. He knew he was going to foul and tried his best. Harper will come in for him, and sitting down Anderson and Marsh back in. Again, so far, Friendship's played 7, as have we. But they brought a lot more people, Coach.
They did, and our JV guys basically just aren't dressed tonight.
Right.
It's really what it comes down to, and we've got tournament action starting on Wednesday, so we're down to just the bare essentials.
The 3 is missed by Friendship's Duckweiler, and it will go to us.
The essential workers only tonight, Coach.
Right. 17-11. We have dominated, if you can call a 6-point lead domination. We've looked pretty good, but both teams struggling a little bit with rhythm, but we found a little bit here. Let's see if we can continue it. Donovan backs out of there with it. KY comes up for the high ball. Screen rolls back inside. Friendship very soft on their defense, so screen and rolls will be difficult. Jalen tries to find something, nothing there. Harper shot fake. Cross court, Donovan. Now they're going to pull everybody up. And Donovan hands to McClary. McClary across to Marsh as we're being very patient here.
This is a matchup we like right here.
Right. We're doing a little cut off the high post there. And nice little play action. Get Donovan, excuse me. Brandon's at home. Donovan to Marsh for 3. It looked good. I thought it was there.
Good look.
17-11. Friendship roaring into the front court. Duckweiler with the ball. Hands to Turner. Turner against McClary. He's going to hand back to Duckweiler for 3.
Nope.
And so they're off a little bit on their shots. Here comes Donovan quickly down the court. He got hit across the wrist but maintained control. 17-11, just under 3 to go. We set the high ball screen. Harper then goes off a flare. They cut it off. He goes baseline, whirls, stops, 10-footer, a little bit off the mark. May have got bumped a little bit. Here comes Friendship. They need a bucket badly, and a European move by Dylan Turner nicely, and he got bumped by Harper. So he made a move they needed badly to kind of stop the bleeding here. It's 17-13, so he'll have a chance for the and 1.
Well, just got to get back in defensive position
Right.
and get between the ball and the basket, and we just did not do a good job of that right now. And a little bit of a frustration foul. Adam on the offensive end spun
Right.
himself into a no man's land and came down the floor and fouled subsequently.
Turner at the line, 17-13. Turner with the cheerleaders screaming in his face, but it didn't work. 17-15.
It's just good to hear the cheerleaders.
It is. It's great to have everybody here. Excuse me, it's 17-14. It is good to have cheerleaders on both baselines. Anderson left hands it. A little contact there by both players. Oh, Anderson, nice juke move. Thought he got hit there bouncing. No good. Good looking shot. I thought he got hacked there across the arm. 17-14. Handoff. Friendship. They try to do a lot of handoff, then penetrate inside. Harper, nice steal, gives to the general. We break, 17-14, under 2 minutes to go. Donovan takes in the lane, kicks over to Martise, back to Harper. Downtown, in and out. Friendship with the board. Trailing 17-14, low-scoring defensive struggle here. Wheeling into the lane, and they're going to call a walk. Good call. It was a good call for us. Friendship would disagree, Coach.
Well, and you could see the young man there setting that up. You kind of see in his eyes he was going to take a dribble down the left side of the paint, and you could almost see him setting his feet and his shoulders to do that little spin move. And so even the official saw it coming early, and I think that anticipation of that call was there as well.
Martise pops out on the left wing. Anderson cuts through, gets the ball on the low post, makes a nice move, is in trouble under there, gets it to Harper. Harper back to the general. Friendship wanted a charge there, 1:25 to go. Ball screened by Harper, then he pops back out. Martise, they close out on him pretty quick. Backs out, 17-14, 1:17 in the second quarter. It's going to be a tough one here. Martise hands to Anderson. Trying to keep Anderson on that side of the court. 15-footer, yes. 19-14, nice pull-up.
And that ball barely had any rotation on it, but just over the front rim and down.
Nice steal by Harper. They try to throw across the baseline, knocks it down, gives to the general, under a minute to go. Takes it all the way, lays it up. Oh, a little too hard. Boy, it was almost like too easy for
Yeah,
him.
I didn't expect to get there so cleanly. I
Right,
think.
19-14, Friendship. They want to gun the three. This is Jones, no good. And who's that going to be on? Oh, they're going to leave it here, saying Martise. Boy, I don't know. That's an interesting foul.
Well, it was an interesting flop. When you're out of position and you just kind of fall back like somebody broke your shoulder.
Yeah. They'll bring it in baseline. And they screen the popper and then screen the screener. Lob it out here. We pick it up nicely. Down to 35 seconds to go. Friendship on a handoff. Matt switches nicely on Duckweiler, who hands to Potts. Potts then hands to Jones. Jones, as they continue their weave action, handed to Kring, who gets the ball to Jones. Over here, Potts outside. Looks like he'll look for the last shot and will be content to back off with a 5-point lead. We'll take the lead into the half. Down to 10 seconds. Kring trying to go one-on-one, and that's an illegal right there.
Yep.
Nice job by the Eagles jumping up to show a little bit. So we've got time for the buzzer shot. 5.5 to go. And Donovan, I'll look for him to get one off here at the buzzer. 5.5. They come up to pick him up. They want to trap him, and they're going to foul him intentionally. That's a little interesting strategy this early, especially with the short bench. I don't know.
Well, again, the foul's on the floor, and that's going to make us reset again
Right.
where Donovan was penetrating and driving right there. Now we've got to reset and try to get the ball into some pressure.
3.7 into Anderson. Goes to the top of the circle. Backs out. 1.6 to go. Oh, just underneath the rim. But a nice second quarter for the Eagles to get a 5-point lead, 19-14 in just a must-win game as far as being able to come back here on Wednesday and play at home, because if we lose, we have to go to Clarksville, which is in another state, it seems like, when you're traveling up there, Coach.
Well, it's not necessarily far away. It's just not easy to get to. Got to get off the
Right.
interstate and go through town and then get to the academy and their old campus over there. And then the thing, again, to playing tonight, it's exciting because winning means you turn around and play the same team again in 48 hours.
that's
So
interesting.
that's not the most optimal thing. I think we lost a coin toss. There was so much parity in the
Oh,
district this year
unbelievable, yeah.
that Good Pasture at the top was pretty set, but then after that, everybody was kind of the same. We all kind of wound up with some similar records. Obviously went to a coin toss, and by virtue of a lost coin toss, we might have to repeat this performance again on Wednesday. But you got the lead at the half, and hopefully we can parlay that into a good second half. And if Riley's got any coaching points for us, then we'll go ahead and just put her
Yes,
over there and let
that's
her
right.
take charge.
Well, Riley O'Connor has stepped into our press box, and we've interviewed Riley this year already, but last time, Riley, you were not able to play, and you got to play the other night. It was great to see you out there, and tell us about getting back on the court with the broken leg and how that felt.
You know, I was just so happy to be on the court and playing. I just thought that it's just been such a long time since I've played that I was just excited to get any minutes. And, it's definitely a little different. My leg's definitely not where it was before my injury, so it's still broken.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I got to kind of readjust how I play a little bit because I can't push off my leg the same, but it's getting there.
Well, I thought you had a couple of good moves. It's almost like you forgot that it was broken, but I guess it was tough getting back on defense, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I still, my thing is boxing out. I love to box out, so I just have to make sure that I can get to my girl in time.
All right, let's see, if we've got Wednesday against Mount Juliet Christian.
Tomorrow.
I'm sorry, Tuesday, yeah. So that's first round satellite. Of course, we can't overlook that, but if we win, who do we anticipate to play?
So Good Pasture and Friendship play tomorrow, and we're pretty sure that we're thinking that Good Pasture, we're probably anticipating playing Good Pasture.
Right. So we do have to get by Mount Juliet. We don't want to take them for granted, but we've handled them pretty well in the last two games, haven't we?
Yes, sir. But they're still, they're a good team. They beat Davidson, and then they beat St. Cecilia. So they've beaten some pretty good teams.
Right. They must have played pretty well to beat Davidson. So how has practice gone? Do you sit out a little bit and then come back in, kind of like you did in the game?
So I go one heavy day, one light day, but now that it's tournament time, they're mostly more light, just so I can save my leg for the game. So I'll go maybe one drill, then take a drill off, and then like when we scrimmage in practice, I have to have a sub, so that way I go like 4 possessions and then 4 possessions.
Well, good luck tomorrow night. We'll be on with the broadcast with the Lady Eagles hosting Mount Juliet Christian. So, Riley, good luck. Hope it goes well tomorrow and you get double figures.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, hon. All right. Well, we'll sign off here for a second and be back with the halftime at about 6:40 to go.
The Eagles carry a 19-14 lead coming in here out of the half. And quick announcement, we will begin, I think Coach mentioned the girls will begin district tournament play tomorrow night here at Nashville Christian. We will be happy to broadcast the game. If you're interested in watching the games of the district tournament, you have to go to NFHS.com, NFHSnetwork.com, and that requires a subscription. If you've watched our games in the past or football games and tournament situations, you know what that's about. That's not our decision to make. It's the TSSAA, so go to NFHSnetwork.com to enjoy action after tonight.
All right. Nashville Christian misses the first shot of the half, leading 19-14. Friendship now set to try to dig into our 5-point lead. The Commanders in their green and gold. Nashville Christian white with navy blue trim. And a lot of handoff action, a little weave, and a pull-up 10-footer, no good. And here's Anderson with the board, and they pick him up immediately in back court, hounding him to the general. 19-14, 7:08 to go here. Matt McClary to set the team's offense. Over to Martise. He sees KY come to a high post there, hands back to McClary. We hand off. The general sets the court, very patient. Of course, that's good if we have the lead.
Which
some
we do.
Clock up, yeah. Hanging 15-footer, yes.
That's going to go 9 times out of 10.
Yes, Donovan Smith, 21-14, 6:38 to go. 21-14 there, and I don't think anybody can stop that.
The only one I've seen that's had some good success is somebody with some length, which, you know, we've
Good
seen with
pasture
good
had, yeah.
pasture, and so that's the only one that's made it difficult on him to hit that shot is somebody with some.
Martise taking down the lane, kicks out to McClary for three. The trifecta, yes. And immediate timeout. 24-14. Nice spurt here by the Eagles to take the 5-point lead to 10. And, Coach, you always talk about those first 2 minutes of the third quarter when you come out of intermission are big, and we jumped it up to 10 quickly.
Well, a couple, you know, the last few of the first half, the first few of the second half, whether it's football, whether it's basketball, whether it's a soccer game, anytime you have a halftime break like that, carrying momentum into the break and then getting early momentum coming out, that's huge for just the pace of the rest of the half, and to establish a 10-point lead now is good, but we're going to have to kind of, you know, continue playing the way that we're playing and hopefully extend that.
Long way to go with only 7 players. Friendship brought a little bit of a bench, but they have only played 7 as well. I don't get, is that a requirement tonight? Only 7 per team?
No, we just.
Okay. Friendship backing in on nice
Oh,
double
travel.
team. He walked.
You know, we just had a situation that it was more effective for us right now to have our varsity guys only dressed out.
Right.
We've extended the gym to a larger crowd. We've got the cheerleaders now and their parents as well, and so.
Donovan takes it, drives the lane, lays it back with his left hand. Good for a 12-point extension. 26-14, 5:50 to go. Friendship almost has it stripped away by Martise. He's digging out there, and he does come out with it. Got numbers. Martise, nice off to KY. No good, but Edwards there fading away.
Yeah,
And Jordan-like falling down drew the foul, and Martise just hustling right then.
Yeah, and just on the defense, starting on the defensive end, getting hands in there and affecting the dribble of number 10, Crean. Eventually knocking the ball away and recovering it himself and coming all the way down for a nice dish to KY, and then gets the rebound and goes back up and draws the foul. So
Martise rims this one out. Nice shot. Kobe Jones checks back in for Casey Jones. Harper set to check in if we string this one. Edwards eyes it, guns it, makes it. 27-14, 13-point lead in for KY. KY did a good job there on the roll. 27-14, 5:37 to go.
good start to the half, Coach, and defensively that's got to settle you in and make you feel good about playing hard and aggressive right now.
Illegal screen.
Yeah.
He took Edwards out with a hip. I'm not sure why their coach is questioning that. There's only one person that apparently didn't think that was a foul.
Well, you know, it might have been that his feet were kind of positioned well, but he leaned with a shoulder and kind of threw a shoulder into Martise right there, and that's what the official saw.
Harper Clears out to Anderson. They cut him off. Back to the general between the circles. Kicks to McClary from downtown. Yes. Bottom. McClary as they pinched on Donovan, and he kicked it nicely, 30-14. Big run here in the third quarter. Coach, they haven't scored yet. We just hit under 5 minutes. The three, no good. They still haven't scored. Scrapping on the floor. Friendship in trouble in the lane. They get it out of there. Martise closes out quickly. And we force another shot that bounces off. The general with a 16-point lead. Great run here to open the third quarter. We had a 5-point lead at half. Here's Donovan taking it down the lane, and he's hammered. Hope they'll give him 2 as he went airborne when they called it. And they're going to line up for him to shoot 2.
That
Man,
foul
what a
called on
spurt.
number 10, Kring, as well. So he's looking a little frustrated. But, yeah, great start, great energy, great attitude that we're playing with here coming into the second half. And
Donovan.
something we were excited to see. First half was a little lethargic, so it's good to see us do that.
Donovan missed the first. Jalen Marsh checks in for a hustling Martise Edwards. Him and Kwar on the bench. Harper and Marsh off the bench. Everybody playing a whole lot. Smith Isaac guns it. Short. Rarely see him miss 2.
Nope. Unusual, but a 16-point cushion right now. I want to stay aggressive defensively and really make them work hard to get shots.
Jalen cuts off the back door right there nicely. Then cuts off the drive nicely. They're having a tough time getting to the hole, but they do that time, just as I say that, laying the ball down Potts, and he makes a nice move to the hoop for their first basket at the 4:15 mark. We were really cutting them off short of the lane until that play. They're trying to keep the ball on the left side. They are not able to do that with Donovan. Penetration between the circles, hands to Anderson out top. Jalen lays it down, goes into the lane, takes it up, goes back right-handed with a nice scoop play, 32-16. Friendship needs a blow, 32-16, 3:49 to go. Jalen goes into the lane, switches hands, Jordan-like for the basket.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Jalen's left-handed and usually goes right there to the front of the rim with his left hand, but in midair sort of switched it to the scoop right, and there was nobody there to stop that for sure, and a nice adjustment midair. Don't know if he had thought of that before he elevated, but certainly in midair, the athletic ability to be able to make that change is really impressive.
Well, my grandson is here with us, and Mason loves basketball. Do you have any comments about what you've seen so far? What do you like about what we've done?
I like how we take it to the hole really good, and we're hustling.
We are. We're doing a good job of penetration, which is one of our strong points, and glad you noticed that. And that has built a 16-point lead. And, Coach, to think about at any level holding somebody to 16 halfway through the third quarter, you're going to win most of those
You are,
games.
especially when it was 14 at the half. So it's it was 19-14 at the half, and now 32-16 just 5 minutes into the second half. So a good explosion of offense and a good defensive play. And like Mason was saying, we're hustling down there. We got a lot of active hands. We're going to get rebounds, and we're transitioning well into the front court.
Right, 32-16, 16-point lead, and Friendship, long way to go, but they're in trouble right now. They clear out, and they allow a dribble. We got to let him get to the hoop, but he pulled up short. Jalen Marsh will bring it up 32-16. Donovan sets the court, kind of slows down the action to set the court. They're trying to pick up their defensive pace there. Donovan, they cut him off nicely there. McClary back out top. Donovan with the ball. Now we're going to go low and let Donovan go one-on-one. I like this. Pull up, 17-footer, bottom.
Got it.
Coach, I love that play.
Well, and that guy is, just from a stature position is going to get outplayed right there at the elbow by Donovan. Just the ability to elevate and get that shot off. That little fella's not going to be able to stop that.
Harper with the rejection on the baseline. McClary with the board, comes out of there with it. Little contact. Back to Smith. Smith takes it down the lane. Across the lane. Back over his head. Ladies and gentlemen, Magic Johnson-like 36-16. So we explode to a 20-point lead. That's an ESPN highlight. Cannon took the hit. And a good call by the officials as Friendship is in a state of frustration. And they're bringing in someone that hasn't been in the contest at all. Number 22, Riggs Rowe. I like that name. Riggs Rowe in, and Anderson out, and Smith out for a quick break with a 20-point lead at 2:39 to go.
And just great penetration move by Donovan. He recognized the open lane and went and kind of cut across the lane. We got fouled by about 3 different people,
It did.
but still was able to, again, just show great body control and athleticism, get that shot off the glass nice and soft and made it.
Edwards, 2:36 to go. Friendship man-to-man. We do a little handoff action. And we try to force that into the lane. Nothing's there on the cut. 36-16. Friendship trying to get some momentum back. They haven't had it in a long time. Harper, nice steal. Does a good job avoiding walking. Hands to Martise, who walks it up. We've had that's a good timeout right there, Coach Patton. He's getting Donovan back into the game. Brandon, sorry about that. I'm sure you're at home listening. 36-16, and wish you other guys could be here for what has shaped up to be really a good game for Nashville Christian. If we just keep this momentum and avoid a collapse, we're going to be playing back home here on Wednesday.
Well, and one thing that a game like this can do is kind of plant the seed in the head at Friendship of, it's 20 right now. We've only scored 16. We got to come back and do this again on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So can plant that seed now. It could also provide motivation for them to come back and play harder. And if we get complacent and feel like this is going to be an automatic repeat, then we might be in trouble. But I like the way we're playing lately, and I like the aggression. And like Mason said, just the hustle on both ends of the floor.
Hands to Smith. Smith brings it up in a 20-point lead, approaching the 2-minute mark of the third quarter. Friendship in a big hole there, and a long way to go. But they got a tough road to hoe right now. We run a little clock here. It's at 1:50. Of course, Coach, you know me. I'd probably be holding for one shot. Let's see what we do. Donovan does a great job of breaking that count. Oh, gets past him and gets held.
Yep,
There's not too many people in the city that can control his dribble.
No, he's got great ball skills. He's got great balance, and that first step is really, really quick. And then if you overplay that, he can cross back over and get back to your backside in a hurry.
Did a good job of avoiding going over and back. 1:39 to go. 20-point lead. Donovan takes in the lane. Kicks to KY. KY smartly passes that up. Penetrates, handles it nicely. Gets rid of to Harper, who will gun the three.
Got it.
Bottom. String music, Adam Harper.
Good patience.
Nets it. It was good patience. Friendship counters, attempts the counter, but it's not a counter at all. We come out of there. Shovel pass to Anderson. Anderson along the baseline. Good. Nice underhand pass, 25-foot pass to Anderson, who had hustled down to the block and lays it in. Coach, we've exploded 41-16. Friendship a little disoriented. Now they're rushing some shots, and we're coming out of there running again. We're not holding for one. We don't need to. We're trying to keep padding that lead. 41-16 from three, a little short. Probably a little bit rushed, but, we have some momentum there, 41-16. And they're going to start gunning threes. That's number two. They just can't hit right now. They're just cold. Donovan, backcourt, he's been hounded by Duckweiler. Comes past the timeline, 30 seconds, takes all the way in. Loops over to KY. KY, baseline 17-footer, no good. Harper hustling nicely, but Friendship will come out of there with the board, 41-16. We probably wanted a little more patience on that last possession.
Well, we're playing with some rhythm, so I think Coach is content right now to let him keep in that rhythm with this lead.
Friendship pull up 15-footer. They just can't buy a basket. And they miss another one, point blank. 3 seconds left. Anderson, 2 seconds, lets the clock run out. And 41-16, a great third quarter. Coach, let's do the math here. Is that 21-2?
22. We had 19 at the half. Had 19 at the half, so 22-2.
22-2. Coach, I don't ever remember losing a game if we ever held a team to 2 points in a quarter. You're almost always undefeated when you do that.
It puts a lot of pressure on them in the other three, and at this point, they're kind of just shooting some out of range shots, some off balance shots, kind of chunking it in the direction of the rim, which shows their frustration right now with where they are. And again, this is a good statement opportunity for us right here. We got to play smart. We got to stay healthy. We got to continue to. I like pressing the action right here because that's our rhythm. That's how we play. That's our identity right now. It has been for the last month or month and a half.
Right.
And we just got to keep that up.
Let's find out from Mr. Andrew Atkins, how many viewers do we have right now? 120? 102, is that right? Very good, 102. So it's growing, and coach, that only counts the monitors.
The households.
There's a lot of families gathered around the black and white TV right now.
The Wurlitzer, just
That's right. And this game is being brought to you in living color. If you do have a color set, you can pick it up in color.
Technicolor, I think.
Yeah, Technicolor, yes. 41-16. Friendship is in a lot of trouble right now. 22-point lead and a steal. At Harper over to Anderson, and they hold. That's an intentional. That was an intentional. They're not going to call it intentional, but it was. When you grab like that, it's flagrant. Not flagrant in the sense of trying to hurt somebody, but it was an intentional grab. But 41-16, we maintain possession. Martise. Coach Patton, with this big lead, did not protest that call. In a close game, probably would have. 41-16, 7.5 to go. Anderson downtown, a little long. Nice board there by Riggs Rowe. Friendship's going to gun. He's coming off the bench and keeps shooting, but not able to find the mark there. Charlie Carpenter trying to find the mark, but he's been a little bit short. He's going to have to put a little bit of leg into it. Martise being guarded by him. Struggles and pulls it out there. Kind of like Meadowlark Lemon having fun there with the Globetrotters driven around. Martise to Harper from downtown. Also short, but a nice rebound by Marsh, giving it back to KY, lays it up. What a play. And Martise, injured on the play, hobbles off that ankle. So we got an immediate stoppage of play. Excellent job by Marsh, saving it back into KY, who lays it in for a 43-16 lead. And if Friendship had any hopes of making a run, I think we've just nailed it down right there.
Yeah, and Martise looked like he might just be cramping over there. I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
He's being looked at by trainer Kim, and he is hurting. So she's going to roll that calf out. Friendship, boy, they're just struggling. We only beat them by 6 at their place. We're a good team. Oh, Gunning Carpenter again. He finally nets one. He finally got his rhythm there. He's not afraid to shoot. He's coming off the bench, missed several, but he got that one to go down.
But if you're in the game, let it rip,
Yeah.
at this point. And that's the fourth shot he's taken from about 6 feet behind the arc.
Yeah.
The first one that he hit.
And that time he's going to hit Anderson. No, they're going to say Anderson shoved off
Kind of extended
on
right there.
Carpenter, yeah. 43-19. Big lead here, and the clock now an ally of the Eagles. 43-19. Carpenter's going to gun. He's brought rain on that one and a lot of air.
Rain cloud.
43-19, 6:07 to go.
No precipitation in that one.
Harper's going to come back downtown. No good. Friendship out of the board. So we trade missed threes. 5:53 to go. Hanging jumper, bouncing. Good. Finally got it to go on a timeout. Nice play that time by Colby Jones. Drifting, and we still maintain a 22-point lead. 5:49 to go. And Friendship, about all they could do at this point is try to get a little momentum to build up for the return trip down here Wednesday.
Yep, and right now, Coach Donovan Smith in the second half has outscored the entire Friendship team. Donovan had 8 in the third quarter. They've only scored 7 in the half. And, he really was a spark force on the offensive end, but a lot of guys contributing. We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different guys score in that third period.
Well, to pick up the next 2 games, our girls tomorrow night at 6 o'clock here against Mount Juliet Christian, and we will host, if this game continues as is, Friendship again on Wednesday at 6 o'clock, but you won't be able to pick it up on our broadcast. You've got to have a subscription to NFHS Network. That's nfhsnetwork.com to catch that action. We will be bringing the broadcast, and I know, Coach, they're relieved to know our voices will be on the air.
Well, who wouldn't be relieved to know that?
Donovan hanging 6-footer, a little short there, almost too easy for him. Friendship. I like the fact we're going to go ahead and attack and act like it's just a tie game. Friendship bouncing, no good. Anderson gets a nice board, hammered twice, but comes out of there. They're going to probably let that clock run a little bit and only call the obvious, and that's okay. Anderson takes all the way in, and they had to call that one. couldn't even get the ball up. And so they just reached out in frustration. Friendship Christian coach doing a good job, still trying to get his guys to do the right thing, even though the game is out of hand. But he's getting on to his boys about sliding their feet and getting over there to help.
Well, he knows they've got to come back in 48 hours and try this again. So he's got some things to work through and on. And we've got to do a good job of not being complacent and projecting this into a game that hasn't even started yet.
Cannon knocks the first one down. Second one, the Gunner Guns, bang. 45-21, 5:20 to go. Here we go. Friendship, the handoff, that's Carpenter. He wants it again. He hop backs, he guns, no good. Friendship gets out of the board. They got some of their young guys in now. We don't have any young guys to put in. Carpenter takes it all the way, left hands it a little too hard, and scrapping for the ball, and that should be a tie-up, I hope.
Yep.
45-21, it will remain with the Commanders, who'll be driving back from Lebanon on Wednesday to come here. Oh, I'm sorry, it goes over to us. 45-21, 24-point lead with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Donovan now airing it a little bit. Cannon, they're going to see if Carpenter comes to get him. He can't guard him. Over to Marsh, left side to the general. Looks at KY, fakes it nicely, gives to him on a little give and go. To Matt McClary, who cuts in, no good, gets it back. They fouled him twice. Nice save there by KY, but they called him on the baseline. Thought we got hammered a couple of times. Matt got hammered a couple of times there.
Well, the second time he's a little bit out of control, so I think they just kind of let that one go. But the first time, as he cut to the basket, I think he definitely got fouled. They just didn't call it. And KY could have gone up with it right there, made the extra pass.
Harper set to check in. 45-21, your Eagles lead almost halfway through the fourth quarter now. The game's flown by. 45-21, 7:16 to go. Deflection, Friendship picks it up near the court, half-court line. Horton with the ball. Now Carpenter again, coach. Missed that one again. He's one of what, 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 for 7.
Okay, 1 for 7. He's going to go again. He's got the green light, doesn't he? He's going to pull back.
Well, somebody's got to shoot, Coach. If you're going to get back in this game, somebody's got to be willing to pull the trigger.
Young guy takes it down the lane, kicks it. They're trying to baseline, nothing there. And gunning this one nicely, Zach Young. And Friendship with a quick timeout. They're going to try to get a little bit momentum here. Dustin, Coach Patton called the timeout. He didn't like what he saw. They have got it to 21, but still a long way to go for them and not a lot of time to do it in.
Well, and they don't have a guy who can just start pouring points up, in the book. So, they're going to take some shots, and they're going to hit one. I mean, they were 1 for their last, 7 or 8, 9 shots. They're going to hit one eventually, so you can't overreact to that. But at the same time, you don't want to get lazy, and you don't want to get to a point where, number one, somebody might get hurt. Number two, where you're just not finishing the game with the same momentum you played the other 3 quarters with.
Well, it's 45-24, 3:43 to go. Our girls again, Mount Juliet Christian, tomorrow night in a game that they should handle, but Mount Juliet Christian upset University School. And University School, that wasn't up. That's a big upset.
I think is that the only game University School has played is against Mount Juliet Christian?
I tell you.
I think the only team that University School has played in the district anyway.
They didn't come here and play.
They haven't played anybody except I think Mount Juliet Christian because of the mask requirement that University School has right now.
Right.
They'll only play if you wear a mask, and that's not a requirement. That's just a request they've made, and they've suffered because of that.
Right. Give and go to KY there. KY has it rejected, and Friendship comes out of it with it. 45-24, 3:30 left in the game. And they're going to walk. Good defense as Martise jumped out there along with Matt McClary and cut it off. 45-24, 3:28 to go. 3:23 to go. Donovan working one-on-one. He'll hand to Harper. Struggles with on the sideline, picks it back up.
We want to stay sharp here in these last few minutes.
To Smith, brings it out. Milking a little bit of that time. And, boy, that was an interesting looking deflection. Back out here to Martise. Friendship looking for it to extend that pressure. Martise got hammered. So did KY over to Donovan.
Be aggressive to the pass.
Yeah,
here.
we're probably going to have to go ahead and start attacking. And now a blocking foul called on the young Zach Young.
And it's going to be a 1-and-1 situation with the 8th team foul now on Friendship. We've only got 1 team foul, Coach, in the second half. So
We've done a good job playing with 7 players with the conditioning. I think they've done an excellent job of subbing, and yet our guys are in shape.
well, and Martise showing some cramping there earlier, and Donovan looks like he's got a little Charlie horse in his thigh from something, but drains that one for sure.
Steps to the line and knocks home the first one. Donovan will have the second one. I like how he only takes 1 dribble and cocks it, locks it, knocks it. 47-24, 2:54 to go.
That had some good rhyme to it there, Coach.
I just came up with that too. That's pretty impressive for an Antioch grad. 47-24, nice back door. But we're in the help there nicely. They're having trouble with everything. Donovan to the key, backs it out of there. Carpenter still playing hard on him. 2.5 to go. And we're going to kick to Martise, whips it back out of Harper, and we may just try to totally let the air out.
Yeah.
Hand to Martise. We just want to get out of here with no injuries right now.
Yeah, and this is good work for us too, because we're going to have a point in the game
Oh,
somewhere
yeah.
coming up in the tournament. We're going to have to maintain the lead, hold the ball, not get McCreary. We've had a game before earlier this season. We had too many turnovers in a situation like this.
Oh, yeah.
So the more work we can get, the better. And Donovan just lazy with the ball right there again.
Yeah, Carpenter just picked him, and it got knocked out, and we'll lose the possession, 47-24, 2:05 to go. We're in good shape, but we don't want to get nonchalant. Carpenter, Donovan better pick him up at the midcourt line. He'll pull. Harper picks him up nicely. Oh, nice shot fake. Carpenter lays it up. No good. Bless his heart, he can't buy one. Here comes KY out of there. Traversing past the timeline. Shot fake. Good job of kicking it back out. Smart play over to Harper. Harper to Donovan. Down to 1:40 to go. It's almost over. Let's see if Friendship's going to keep trying to turn up the heat, and they do, and block and foul. The Generals check Anderson back in along with Jalen. Our guys, they'll need to probably have a light practice or go short. We used to go hard, but we'd go short in the old days. So I don't know what Dustin does, but I know they'll have need a little time to get those legs back under them.
Well, just the lack of depth and the need for all our 7 guys total to play tonight, and a couple little bumps and bruises. But you got to get the lactic acid out, and you got to do some work. And I know he's got a good plan for that for tomorrow.
48-24. Yes. The General automatic. He'll sit down for the rest of the night, I'm sure.
I believe that's 18 for him. If I count
18,
it right.
nice rack for him. Jalen Marsh checks in. Anderson.
Actually, 20, Coach.
20,
by the
okay,
book,
great. So if parents at home watching, they did a good job. He did a good job. Oh, up and under, nice scoop, layup, and good by Kobe Jones. Matt McCleary gets a Harper, not past the timeline. Now hands it over to Jalen Marsh. 1:15 to go. We're going to air it out. So Friendship will, they're still coming back at us, and they're going to foul. And I guess they're going to work on their man-to-man fouling defense for a catch-up situation. So,
well, if you're Friendship now you're if I'm coaching over there, I'm seeing who can shoot. You know, if we get to this situation Wednesday night and it's a little tighter game, and I want to make sure I get a foul and get somebody on the line, who do I want to put on the line? So
right,
why not?
KY, yes.
Problem is we can all shoot.
50-26. That's exactly right. Riggs Rowe checks in for the Commanders. 50-26. Just a great all-around effort by all the guys. Rims that one out. Friendship to set the court. 1 minute left. 1 minute left to the first round of the tournament. Here's Carpenter going against Anderson. He pops back. Not there.
You're not afraid, Coach. I'll say
KY
that. Not afraid.
Pulls it out of there and hands. No, he's going to bring it up himself. Come on, bring it up, KY. 45 seconds to go. Good job. Handles it nicely. To Harper, top of the circle. And Friendship wants to keep putting pressure on. They don't want to let up, and they're still trying to work on their foul game. And, boy, did Anderson get tripped. Nothing there.
I think he just
2
lost
on
his
1.
balance.
He may have.
Felt bad.
And 50-28 on the layup, and they're fouling immediately. So Friendship wants to their strategy, act like this is a close game, and they're playing catch up, see if they can outscore us in the last couple of minutes. Down to 22.9, 22-point lead here. So the Eagles come out here with a big, big win in a nice way. This is the kind of game you got to be proud of and feel good about going into the first round. Matt off the back iron. Get that one up, Matt.
That one had some juice on it going up
It
there.
was. It was a laser there. That one got up a little bit better and good. 51-28, 22.9. $18 seconds to go.
Good way to close out the regular season, Coach.
It really is. Up and under Carpenter, get it to a rolling David Porter. Nice play there. 8 seconds, 51-30. Hope they won't foul here. And he's saying to let it go down to 4. And so Matt McClary with a big hustle here on the sideline, diving in front of his dad to show off.
I think he tripped over.
He's going to play to the horn.
I mean, it's
Coach McClary's got to be proud of his son. Plays to the horn. Diving for it. So, fans, we're glad you got to join us. With all the limitations we have, we had over 100 viewers. And, Coach, usually when I check the next day, YouTube, it goes up to 200, 250, 300. Same thing would happen in football.
If you watch it 20 times, Coach, that doesn't count as 20.
That's right. I've heard myself enough tonight. But we appreciate all of you joining us. Hope you enjoyed the telecast. 51-30. Coach, any sign-off comments?
Just a great game by Donovan right there, especially coming that second half. He finished, I believe, with 20, if I've got that right, and just really provided that good spark for us on the offensive end. And then Matt hit 2 big threes right there at the beginning of the first half of the third quarter, and really sort of established the style that we were going to play with in the second half, and it really got us a good commanding lead, and we were able to hold on. So good finish to the regular season. Now the real fun begins.
All right, Andrew Atkins reminding us you've got to have a subscription and go to nfhsnetwork.com. We'll be doing the broadcast, but it's got to go through that subscription for you to view it. And so Andrew producing tonight and having to do everything up there by himself. No student help tonight. So this is Mike McPherson for Jeff Brothers and my grandson Mason McPherson saying thank you for your time at this time. Until next time on this, the Eagle Broadcast Network.
Bye.